See what's been published in the papers and all is not true. She wasn't involved in any murders, and and she's never ever been convicted of anything. So I don't understand why people are talking a whole lot of nonsense and posting their rubbish comments on Facebook. We're suffering over here, My sister had a good heart. She helped a lot of people. She wasn't a bad person.
Another news today, a barrage of shots has been heard in the Durban suburb of Wentworth again. It's after a series of shootings and separate events. A week ago, 5 people, including a 9-year-old child.
Drugs and a divided community, that's a recipe for disaster, according to some Wentworth residents who are in shock. An alleged female drug lord was murdered last week.
A Durban comedian is the latest victim in a series of shootings in Wentworth Township.
Community of Wentworth, south of Durban. That's an area gripped by gang violence.
The community of Wentworth, located south of Durban in KwaZulu-Natal, has long been plagued by gang violence, drug activity, and deep socio-economic divisions, a situation residents describe as a recipe for disaster. Recently, the community was shaken by the murder of a prominent alleged female drug lord. In a separate incident, a Durban comedian became the latest victim in a spate of shootings. Reports of gunfire continue to emerge, with the most recent shootings adding to a series of violent events that claimed the lives of 5 people, including a 9-year-old child. Welcome back to Knowledge Through Time's kindly drop a comment and subscribe to this channel. Wentworth lies approximately 11 kilometers south of Durban city center and is surrounded by the South Durban Basin. The area's complex history dates back to 1938, when it was established by British colonial authorities as a military base. However, during apartheid, the 1950 Group Areas Act led to significant demographic changes in South Durban. Wentworth was designated as a residential area for colored communities, who were forcibly relocated during the 1960s to make way for white settlements. These families were moved to swampy, underdeveloped land, and former military housing was repurposed to accommodate them. Wealthier colored households were allowed to buy property in Treasure Beach, a more desirable area originally allocated for them. Wentworth's landscape has been shaped by both its environment and industry. The Bluff Nature Reserve separates the area from Bluff, a historically white-dominated neighborhood. Happy Valley, once home to informal settlements, was cleared to make way for the NREF and SAPREF oil refineries in 1952 and 1963, respectively. These refineries remain central to the local economy, but have also contributed to environmental concerns. The nearby Maribank area was designated for Durban's Indian population under apartheid, adding another layer of demographic segregation. Among the most infamous figures to emerge from Wentworth was Simone Jasmine, who gained notoriety as a drug kingpin. Known locally as Money, Jasmine's story mirrors that of Teresa Mendoza, the protagonist of the popular TV series Queen of the South. Like Mendoza, Jasmine came from a modest background and entered the drug trade after falling in love with a gang member. Following the murder of her first boyfriend, she began her own drug distribution network and quickly rose to power, earning the nickname Queen of the South. Jasmine's rise was fueled by her ambition to expand her operations beyond small-scale drug dealing. Within a few years, she established connections with dealers in Umlazi, Lamontville, and KwaMashu, becoming a key supplier of heroin in the region. Her gang, known as the Cartel, reportedly earned approximately 200,000 rand daily from drug sales. Jasmine reinvested these profits into properties and Uber taxi businesses, further solidifying her influence. Despite her wealth, Jasmine maintained a complex relationship with the Wentworth community. While she was feared by many, particularly those outside her territory, residents of her stronghold, the Barracks, viewed her as a benefactor. She was known for paying utility bills, providing food parcels, and hosting community events such as Mother's Day celebrations and birthday parties. However, the price of her generosity was high. The barracks, a small area no larger than 2 football fields, became a hotspot for gang violence, with frequent drive-by shootings linked to Jasmine's operations. Her reign was not without challenges. Rivalries with other gangs, such as those tied to Umlazi's taxi industry, often escalated into violence. In one instance, a botched drug deal led to a retaliatory attack on the barracks by rival gang members armed with AK-47s. Internally, Jasmine faced discontent within her gang, with some members accusing her of betrayal. In 2020, Jasmine's operations came under intense scrutiny from the KwaZulu-Natal anti-gang unit. Several members of her gang, including a police officer allegedly on her payroll, were arrested. However, Jasmine continued to evade justice until October 28, 2020, when her life came to a violent end. She was ambushed in Wentworth while traveling in an Uber. Assassins, who had reportedly been monitoring her movements, intercepted the vehicle, opening fire and killing her instantly. Jasmine's death marked the end of an era for Wentworth, but left behind a community still grappling with the scars of gang violence and systemic neglect. While some residents remember her as a caring figure who supported the underprivileged, others view her legacy as one of fear and destruction, emblematic of the broader challenges facing the region. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you in our next video. Bye.
Goal. And see what's been published in the papers and all is not true. She wasn't involved in any murders, and and she's never ever been convicted of anything. So I don't understand why people are talking a whole lot of nonsense and posting their rubbish comments on Facebook. We're suffering over here, she must stay at a good heart. She helped a lot of people. She wasn't a bad person.